frags just yet, but Shock finds Crew, and the Earth Shatter comes in. It's massive! Paragon showing us it's his turf. White's now
and a pulse bomb from Trev ends up getting the double kill there in the backline. Upgrade able to pick up. Oh goodness, here comes the Blizzard! Gonna look to get the attack.
And then the sleep though, and the nade in, and they don't even need a single ult here to win it other than Shatter. And Kavat taking out Socher there from a mile away.
Upgrade taking out Big Rose. That's the long one. Oh, but
Paragon with another Shatter! That's three
Shatters! In the background. This may be possible. It could be. It really could be the boom. Oh, still here.
Welcome to season 3. Welcome to season 3 of the Rose Cup. Welcome to season 3.
Welcome to season 3 of the Rose Cup.
Welcome to season 3.
Welcome to season 3 of the Rose Cup.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another amazing match at.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another amazing match here at the Rose Cup. I'm your play-by-play Captain Jack, going solo this evening, so I hope you all are ready to hear my wonderful voice the entire night as we are in the gold division between Nebula, Lynx, and RTP as they go ahead and get set up for their first match. Looks like we're going to be headed to Nepal, so let's go ahead and get down to some introductions. RTP is going to be coming in with Taze Jones and Binary Shrimp on the tank roles, Notepad and MacGyver on the DPS, and Starlog and Blue Jay on the heals. For Nebula Lynx, we're going to see Captain and Atlas on the tank roles, Liu Kang and Phantom on the DPS, and Crunk and Argon coming in on the heel roles. So I got to say, I am incredibly excited to see how this is going to go down, because honestly, some of the funnest plays that I think that I've ever seen in Overwatch come from the lower divisions. Like when we get into the upper divisions, everyone kind of sticks with the meta and it's all kind of the same. And when you get into the lower divisions like Platinum and Gold, things just get kind of screwy and the fights seem to never end. And I've got my oxygen mask nearby just in case I die from not being able to breathe. So it should be a lot of fun. I am excited to see how this is all going to go down. We're going to be headed to Village for our first map this evening. So as always, if you're interested in following the action here at the Rose Cup, be sure to hit that heart button and that bell Monday through Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Usually, we will be online with some amazing matches. As I said last night, this is the last night of week 10. We have 2 more weeks to go of the regular season for most of our divisions, and then we go straight into the playoffs. I cannot believe that we have finally gotten to that point in the year. And it should be very interesting to see how this all goes down. And already I'm seeing some interesting comps coming out. We're not seeing that typical double shield meta that we would normally see on a match like this. It looks like for the side of Nebula Lynx, they're going to be coming out with the Rhine Zarya combination with that Reaper Mei that's usually used with the double shield. I have to say, Mei is definitely a cornerstone here for this map. Being able to wall off one side gives you quite an advantage. Whereas for the side of RTP, they're going to be coming in with a divish comp. I'm not for certain how well that's going to work on the objective, being so closed in. But hey, let's see what happens. The Maywall Ore coming out from Notepad as Shrimp going in, looking to do some damage, kind of jumping around along with Taze Jones, trying to see if they can get in on the action. We already have Nebula Lynx essentially taking control of the objective. Ore started the control capture right there as the Maywall goes up. Ore over half right there, but still have not grabbed it. We've got right now Liu Kang getting the first pick on the Notepad as Captain follows up onto Starlog and Binary Shrimp. That's going to go ahead and give them control of the objective, 6% and climbing, as they go ahead and pick off the rest of RTP. Liu Kang going to finish up there with a couple additional kills, getting that stagger in there, 20% and climbing right now on the clock. Now, I have to say that was a really good push for them. I'm not... I know that I said that there were interesting comps in Gold Division, but this one is definitely... Okay, there we go. It looks like Binary and Taze going to be swapping over to that Rhine Zarya as well, getting a little brawly on the point. I know if we had gone to Sanctuary, we probably would have seen some more success out of that dive composition because you have the room to move. But not so much here. Liu Kang already taking down Notepad as the shatter comes in from Captain, not able to land due to the shield in the way. Liu Kang does end up taking down Taze Jones, though, as Phantom following up on Binary Shrimp. 57% and climbing right now as Nebula Lynx really sinking their hooks into this objective, not letting the defense go more than possible. It looks like we have kind of even ultimates on either side for right now. Notepad, MacGyver, and Blue Jay have their ultimates, or almost have their ultimates online, where we do have Phantom, Liu Kang, and Crunk on the side. Oh, Blossom already coming out from MacGyver. Doesn't end up managing to get much of anything as the Blizzard now coming out from Phantom, looking to see if they can get some picks, but everybody on the side of RTP able to get away, but not without getting picked off. Liu Kang able to get Starlog as Taze Jones also falls to Captain. Binary Shrimp able to follow up on Phantom at least, but nobody's able to get back to the objective soon enough. 100-0 already starting for the side of Nebula Lynx. Let's go ahead and see if they can turn it around for the side of RTP. Where we headed to next, it is indeed Sanctuary. So now, as I was saying before, this dive composition that we were talking about before is definitely something we could end up seeing here, because it's just way more open. You can kind of jump in and out of the point a lot easier than you can on a map like Village. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all goes down. It looks like both teams are going to stick with the Rhine Zarya comp, but MacGyver gonna swap over to that Doomfist. Could be incredibly important. Crunk also coming in on the Mercy with Phantom on the Pharah. So we're gonna get some Pharah Mercy action in the sky as well. MacGyver already half health as Phantom taking down Blue Jay before they're even able to touch objective. MacGyver getting that uppercut onto Captain. Gonna go ahead and shore up that beginning. Oh, that second pick onto Crunk. This may be exactly what RTP needs to grab this objective. It is a 4v4 fight, 3v4 now that Liu Kang is out thanks to MacGyver. Watch out for this man. He's got some tricks up their sleeve right now as this Doomfist. Binary Shrimp following up onto Argon right there is a 3v6 fight on the objective as we see the tackle come in from Captain. Ends up getting taken down by Starlog. Oh my goodness! Phantom with the triple kill starting off already, and they haven't even grabbed the objective yet. MacGyver finding themselves on the outside of the objective, having to get to that health pack with Starlog being taken down by Liu Kang, and we're gonna see Nebula Lynx go ahead and take control of the objective, 8% and climbing. Looking in the chat right now, Rick Thomas saying, Gold Division game! Yes, it is a Gold Division game. I am very excited. I give all the same excitement to any level of the game as Argon, Liu Kang, and Phantom already cleaning up the push coming in from RTP, not giving them any leeway to get that Doomfist set up on the objective as they had done before. Captain going to get that final pick onto Binary as they are now at 35% and climbing. Nebula Lynx really showing some incredible coordination right here. Notepad gonna swap over to the McCree, hoping that those stuns, maybe even just that that hit scan to be able to take Phantom and Crunk out of the sky may be successful there, but you got to make sure to keep your eye on that, and will end up doing so as they move towards the left side of the map right here, working their way into the objective. Uppercut already coming in. Oh! That shatter with the meteor strike coming in from MacGyver. Blossom coming in from Liu Kang, doesn't manage to get much of anything. Barrage again from Phantom, ends up getting the double as Binary Shrimp takes Phantom out. The res comes in from Crunk as Liu Kang ends up cleaning up Binary, and that is going to be a push off the objective. Once again, the healers, the only ones left, 83% and climbing right now as they continue to hold on to this objective. Graviton coming out right now from Atlas, just trying to hold them off the objective, but it may be too early for them. 95% they can still touch if at all possible. Binary Shrimp using that bubble to coordinate their way into the objective. Overtime ticking away right now as the tackle comes in from Captain. Liu Kang ends up taking down Binary Shrimp. Here comes the elbow in from MacGyver, looking to see to get some picks, but Liu Kang gonna take them out of the fight. Captain getting the double. Shatter coming in, gets 4 from Taze Jones, but it's a little too late as Captain ends up tackling them back and pinning them against the wall. Nebula Lynx walking away 100-0 twice in a row here on Nepal. Play of the game going to Phantom for that Pharah play, as we saw in the beginning. Hadn't even grabbed the objective yet, already got that barrage online at 19% health, just barely holding on. That is incredible, being able to time that out. Just Phantom leading the way with 26 eliminations during those 2 rounds. So definitely one to be watching out for that player of the match at the end. Go ahead and talk it up in the chat as to who you all are rooting for this evening. I would definitely like to get some communication from you all, since I'll essentially just be talking to myself for a majority of the evening. But definitely a very good starting point for Nebula Lynx this evening. They were able to kind of hold their structure together very well. The communication was definitely on point. Phantom and Crunk working very well as that Pharah Mercy on the second point, just essentially denying any type of entrance into the objective. It looks like our next map is going to be Temple of Anubis tonight. So definitely, if you saw last night's match, I really hope that RTP is able to bring it back in similar fashion. Last night's match ended up going down to the wire between our Diamond Division teams. Ended up going to a round 6, I believe. It was absolutely ridiculous. And so we're going to go ahead and get things started. Headed into the Temple of Anubis, a fan favorite for those that have been here kind of since the beginning. As it has gone into the rotation after week 7, it is still looking to be, I believe, producer Nee, correct me if I'm wrong, I think this is one of the top choices for the playoffs as well, correct? Yes, it is. So we definitely will be seeing more Temple of Anubis going into the playoffs for sure. And what we saw last night was kind of the battle of the bunkers on this map. A bunker map has always been kind of one of those stationary metas when it comes to Temple of Anubis, because you only have this central choke point that you kind of have to get through. And unless you're using like a Symmetra teleporter or really protecting that Lucio with the speed boost, it's very difficult to get through there any other way with that Bastion kind of raining bullets down on you. Not going to see that this time, though. RTP coming out with the standard Hog Rissa composition. MacGyver coming in on the Widow with Notepad on the Junkrat. Whereas for the side of Nebula Lynx, we're going to see a dive composition. Liu Kang coming in on the Sombra with Phantom almost getting taken out as Genji very early in this fight. And Captain and Atlas coming out on the Winston Diva, which is definitely not something we see very often anymore when it comes to Overwatch. Notepad gonna get the first pick there onto Phantom with that Junkrat grenade launcher. The halt comes in, preventing Captain from being able to move, but that jump gonna be able to get them all the way to safety. Notepad working their way onto that high ground with Starlog. to try to be able to combat the dive that's getting ready to come onto the objective. 3 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock as Liu Kang ends up taking down MacGyver in the back line. We're going to see them move into the objective. Already half of a tick available as they move their way in. Liu Kang taking down Taze Jones after a good hack. Binary going to follow up on Captain, though, so both main tanks out of the fight right now. D.Va getting D-Maxed. Atlas getting taken down by Binary Shrimp, but still in that mini D.Va form, can still do quite a bit of damage if successful. Oh, ends up getting trapped in the junk trap and gonna get taken down by Binary Shrimp. Notepad following up on Phantom. The only one left on the objective is Crunk and gonna get hooked and slammed by Binary Shrimp once again. Liu Kang gonna follow up on Notepad right there at the end of that fight, and is probably going to end up getting trapped right here by Starlog, but you got to watch out. That Sombra can be deadly if you're going in there as the lone healer. Oh, ends up getting hacked. The fight really isn't over. Oh, but MacGyver coming back in as the Mei ends up freezing Liu Kang and sending them straight back to spawn. 2 minutes, 15 seconds on the clock after just one very elongated fight, but with Liu Kang and Phantom coming on with the EMP and the Dragon Blade, it's definitely going to be something that they're going to have to watch out for. Binary Shrimp and Notepad do have the Whole Hog and the Tire online. So, oh! But it's not going to matter because that 6-man EMP is going to shut down anything that could come out their way. Liu Kang taking down MacGyver. Phantom with the double as the beat drop now coming in from Starlog, trying to keep everybody up. The deflect comes in from Phantom, reflecting the Whole Hog onto Binary Shrimp. That's going to take them out of the fight. Phantom following up on Taze Jones. The only one left on the objective is Starlog, is going to get shut down by Atlas with 1 minute, 20 seconds on the clock. That's going to go ahead and give them objective alpha. Add another 3 minutes to that. That's going to be 4 minutes, 15 seconds for them to take objective Bravo as they start moving their way in. It doesn't look like we're seeing oh, we do actually see one swap, another character we have not seen very often in Overwatch lately, and that's Brig. Starlog coming in as that Brig, looking to see if they can keep Liu Kang off of their tail right there. Liu Kang coming in, getting the hack onto Notepad. D.Va Bomb comes in, but a very good Mei wall from MacGyver ends up blocking any of that anything that damage could have done. The stun and freeze coming in on Captain as MacGyver takes them out of the fight. Notepad following up onto Crunk as we see now Nebula Lynx retreating. Oh! But that hook coming in from Binary Shrimp along with that ult ends up getting Argon before they're able to retreat back to the safety of spawn. Hack coming in onto MacGyver, but with the safety of Starlog and the rest of the team, I don't think they're going to have to worry about Liu Kang that much more. It's really going to end up coming down to the EMP. And as we know, Liu Kang did use the translocator this last fight to be able to get into the action. So without being able to notice where they're coming in at, oh, 6-man EMP again, looking to shut down anything that comes in. Captain and Atlas getting the first 2 picks on the Notepad and Taze as the Blizzard now coming down, but everyone's in the side room. Nobody's getting grabbed. Oh, one person. My apologies. Crunk ends up getting grabbed right there, but Captain getting the double onto Binary and Blue Jay right there. We're going to have a frozen popsicle MacGyver on the objective as we see now Taze Jones coming back in as the Hammond trying to, the Nano Blade coming, oh, but gets trapped and frozen. 2 ultimates down as Notepad takes Phantom right out of the fight. We're going to see MacGyver following up onto Captain. 2 minutes, 22 seconds, snakes o'clock, everyone, as they shut down what could have been the victory there for Nebula Lynx with not a single tick to be spared. RTP is on this defense right now. The hack comes in onto Binary Shrimp, but it is not going to be able to finalize that kill. Unfortunately, just too much of a health pool, and you still got the healers online, so it's definitely going to be difficult. Liu Kang almost up to that EMP again, though, which could be incredibly detrimental for the side of RTP. Taze Jones already taking Phantom out of the fight as we see the Whole Hog coming out from Binary Shrimp to push back the rest of the dive composition. Gonna end up taking down Captain as MacGyver and Starlog get their picks on the healers. That's gonna take things down to 1 minute, 25 seconds on the clock. Liu Kang already up on that high ground, ready to drop that EMP along with Atlas and that Diva Bomb. I'm sorry, but I really think we might end up seeing a 6-man here if RTP is not careful. They are trying to spread out as much as possible to prevent that EMP from coming down on top of them. Starlog swinging around right now, and that's going to be a 4-man. They get the 4-man EMP, but the Diva Bomb comes down, only able to get Blue Jay, so they may end up being successful. The tire coming in, ends up taking down Crunk as Binary Shrimp following up onto Captain. Phantom going to take down Notepad during that tire, though, as we see the freeze and rally coming in right now. Starlog able to keep the team alive as Binary Shrimp follows up onto Argon. Despite the fact that that was a very good play, there's just too much time for that for them to escape the path of that Diva Bomb. We're gonna see the hack Ore coming in onto Notepad, almost taking them out, but Starlog really keeping tabs on Liu Kang, not letting them get as much as they've been getting in the past. Notepad already taking down Phantom after that beautiful halt hook coming in from Binary Shrimp and Taze Jones. 10 seconds remaining on the clock right now as they continue to fight their way into the objective. Here comes the dive. Captain looking to see if they can earn up that primal rage to hold on. The blizzard ends up getting eaten by Atlas. No, MacGyver, not allowed. Captain gonna get shut down by Binary Shrimp. Actually, as they were popping the primal, gonna waste the primal as the blade and beat drop end up coming in from Phantom and Crunk. EMP now coming in from Liu Kang, ends up getting the 5-man as Phantom able to get that dash kill onto Starlog. Blue Jay and Notepad not giving up without a fight. Blue Jay gonna follow up on Phantom as Binary Shrimp takes out Liu Kang. The only one left on the point is Captain as the hamster, and that's gonna shut down the entire push. Round 1 complete with only objective alpha captured.
Score
Woo!
0-1. Switching sides.
No, it wasn't.
Initiating match.
That doesn't make any sense. Oh, goodness. Sorry, my wife was telling me something about the Borderlands 3 season pass we just bought, and apparently we paid $70 for it. Oh, well. I do not know, unfortunately. Well, right now we are getting ready to head back into the action with RTP now taking on the attack. Now, note they were able to hold an incredible defense right there against Nebula Lynx, and Nebula Lynx not shying away from this fight. They're coming in all guns ablazing on the defense. Captain and Atlas taking up the double shield with Liu Kang on the Bastion, Phantom on the Pharah, Crunk on that Mercy, and Argon coming in on the Batiste. So we got a bunker and a Pharah Mercy in the sky. MacGyver gonna take a shot at that Widow once again, but once they see that they're coming into a double shield, might not be the best option unless they can really get those angles down. That's what it's going to end up coming down to, or their focus will be primarily on Phantom and Crunk. Let's go ahead and see what they can make happen as they go ahead and get ready to push in on the attack. We're going to see already the bunker is set up and ready and raring to go. MacGyver looking to get that first pick, but going to end up being unsuccessful as Phantom just was not in the sky or high enough in the sky rather to be able to get that pick. Phantom going to start off by taking Starlog already out of the fight. The bunker ends up resetting up on the side there as Phantom gets the pick on the Blue Jay. No healing right now for the side of RTP, as now they're kind of scrambling, trying to figure out what they're going to do. MacGyver getting the pick onto Phantom, though, as we see Crunk not using the... Oh, we need a pause on the game. Starlog ended up DCing. Oof. Got to set up that automatic pause. Don't want that to happen. Oh. Well, goodness gracious. That was... So I think the first thing that I was surprised about was the fact that Crunk did not go for the res on Phantom, which was right outside the Orisa shield during this engagement. They didn't have to worry necessarily about getting picked off on the side because of that Orisa shield. It should have been enough for them to be able to get that res off, but not going to be able to get them back into the fight very quickly. They still got that Bastion that they're kind of power boosting, so I wonder if it was just that their priority is keeping the res for the Bastion, vice versa. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see what ends up happening. It looks like we've got them back in the match. Starlog is back in the match, so we're getting ready to get started right now. Go ahead and see how this is going to end up coming down. That's going to be ultimate charge lost on their Lucio, which definitely would be supplemental for them. We're going to see right now Notepad going into that back line, trying to see if they can retreat, but I think they forgot that Phantom did get taken out and already has sights on them. Not going to be good for them as they use the Lucio speed boost to move straight into the objective. Now they're trying to reset up that bunker, but the bunker's not covering the Bastion, but it doesn't look like they're focusing on that right now. Captain and Phantom able to get a double kill on the objective. MacGyver taking Phantom out of the fight once again. As the sights come down, Captain going to follow up onto MacGyver as the res comes in for Phantom. That's going to shut down this push for now as they go ahead and pull back 2 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock right now as the bunker goes ahead and gets reset up right off of the objective. Once again, Notepad looking to get into that back line, trying to make sure that they don't get found out by Phantom or Crunk right there. As you see them sneaking in, looking to get that pick on Mercy, but the Immortality Field going to go ahead and keep them alive. They're going to retreat to the safety of the team right there, as the team really trying to figure out what they're going to do. I think they're looking to do that speed boost once again, but right now we're just seeing ultimates piling on top of ultimates for the side of Nebula Lynx right there. They're moving up onto the high ground. Atlas ended up getting the pick onto Blue Jay early in that fight, so they're already down one healer. The DPS, on the other hand, trying to get picks off on the side, on the sides that the shields are not remaining, and having a lot of difficulty doing so. 6 ultimates right now online for the side of Nebula Lynx. As we see Notepad able to get that pick onto Crunk, but Phantom going to return the favor onto MacGyver. Going to be able to get away as the bongos end up coming out for Captain. Phantom ends up getting that pick onto Notepad there in the end. It is right now a 3-6 fight as they try to separate out the team. We already see Taze Jones getting separated out. Everybody trying to regroup as much as possible. Binary able to get that pick onto Phantom, getting a little too aggressive right there, but will not end up getting picked out. The res comes in, but nobody able to shut it down. Shatter comes in right before the shield comes down. Tackle and the barrage coming in. It's not going to be enough. Gravitic Flux coming in from Atlas ends up taking down Starlog, but Starlog able to get Phantom right before that. Is currently a 4v1 fight on the objective. Liu Kang's going to take down Taze Jones. 30 seconds remaining on the clock as we see MacGyver now swapping over to the Hanzo, looking to see if they can use that to get some easier picks onto the Bastion, but Liu Kang with that power boost not going to end up being successful. Phantom and Captain back in the fight now. It is a 6v6 all the way as they just rush their way into the objective. That's really the only option that they've got. Liu Kang just melting anything that is coming in there. The Blossom ends up coming in from Notepad, but gets absorbed by the Immortality Field as Captain takes Notepad out of the fight. The only one left on objective is Starlog, and overtime's going to go ahead and tick away. MacGyver not able to touch the point to keep it going. Nebula Lynx is going to walk away with the victory here on Temple of Anubis, bringing it to 2-0 right now in our gold division standoff this evening. Phantom again walking away with play of the game, and I believe I know exactly when this was. Yeah, right here when they were trying to rush in at the end, just being able to get some touches on everyone. Very similar to what we see with our Moira play. So if you're able to get that touch on everyone, you die. Good on you. Good on you. So RTP, we're gonna go ahead and we're going into our 5-minute break. I would definitely suggest kind of trying to figure out what you're going for when it comes to our following matches. You're definitely gonna have a chance to redeem yourself, but it seems like coordination and whoever's kind of calling things out is really what needs to be focused here. You're trying to take the fight to the objective when you're not able to get picks kind of going in. Makes it very unfortunate for your side. So hopefully you'll be able to take this 5-minute break. Nebula, Lynx, there were some issues that y'all were having. Obviously couldn't get in on that second point defense. So maybe some things y'all need to talk about as well. And we will be back in about 5 minutes with more Rose Cup action.
And a sneaky hammer down from Raven. A very rich.
With the triple kill between the Dynamite and that coach gun.
Uncontested second point capture. Blue goes down. The shatter falls from Paragon. The Blizzard can follow it up. I don't think anyone's getting out alive over here. There's the blade. There's the Dynamite. Yeah, I mean, it's fine.
Nemesis needs to go see a chiropractor. The straw that broke the camel's back seems to be blue, just finally matching his DPS on the other side of the screen and flagging it.
Never reminded, never taken whatever you told me. I didn't know what I could be. Making a motion pentacle and so tell me, is this what you made me?
That bunker comp, it really kind of prevents you from getting some picks here. Of course, Vivek's doing a lot of work here, taking down both Snee and Raccoon in the air, and then of course getting a flashbang kill onto Ozymandias as they just roll right through Dark Allegiance. So, of course, all of my analysis was
out as RGH takes down. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another amazing match at the Rose Cup. We're in the gold division this evening between Nebula, Lynx, and RTP as we see them face off. Nebula Lynx currently in the lead 2-0. I'm your play-by-play and solo caster for the evening, Captain Jack. As we go ahead and head to Blizzard World, definitely going to be an interesting map to play on. Not one of our typical picks. I believe the other map for this is what was the map that we played last night? It definitely wasn't Blizzard World. New body. There we go. Thank you, producer Nee. We played on Numbani last night, which is definitely more of a regular pick for this. So I'm definitely interested to see how this ends up going down. RTP seems to be very favoring this dive composition, so that may be why they are going with this type of map, so that they have kind of the space to roam around with. I mean, you also have that on Numbani, but it's definitely incredibly more spaced out. You have a lot of high grounds that you can use to your advantage around the objective, especially as a dive composition. So definitely going to be interesting to see how this ends up working out. Go ahead, start blowing up in the chat who you all think is going to take this map. Now, a reminder once again, we are sitting 2-0 right now for the side of Nebula Lynx. If they do end up taking this map, they will end up winning the series. But since we are still in the regular season, we're going to play out that last map as well. So RTP's last chance to taste that victory this evening is going to be to hold a very strong defense and then bring in a strong attack as well. Looks like Notepad and MacGyver going for that double hit scanish composition with the Hanzo and McCree. Starlog coming back in on that Brig, which is an interesting pick. And Taze Jones and Binary Shrimp on that Hog Risa. We're going to see the double shield meta with the Bastion. So we're seeing the Bunker and the Far Mercy on the attack. I'm very interested to see how this is going to end up working out for this team moving into the objective. It seems like they have the room to work it out. Phantom ends up taking down Taze Jones very early in that fight. MacGyver getting the double kill right there onto both Crunk and Phantom, so the Farah Mercy is down, but MacGyver getting a little separated out by the team. Liu Kang ends up taking MacGyver out, but Binary Shrimp there to follow up onto Liu Kang as well, trying to get out of there to get some healing, but gonna end up getting shut down by Captain. Right now it's the lone healers on the objective, trying to hold on as long as possible, retreating now to the safety of Taze Jones's shield, able to just get in there barely. We're going to see one tick already on the objective as the Farah Mercy already back in the fight. The Hulk comes in from Taze Jones, looking to get that pick, but going to be unsuccessful. And that third tick's going to end up coming down, and that is going to be the setup of the pirate ship, that mobile bunker, as we start seeing that payload move out of its garage. 5 minutes, 10 seconds on the clock as we now see that payload moving its way towards objective number 2. RTP in a very interesting position right here. And that high noon, unfortunately, wasted, not able to catch the Farah Mercy off guard enough. They were able to duck behind the rock turret structure right there to be able to hold them off. Captain ends up getting the pick onto Starlog as they move down into the streets phase. Looking to now take over the high ground is Phantom and Crunk, already getting ready to come onto the barrage. Tank mode coming out for Liu Kang, ends up taking down both MacGyver and Notepad. That's both DPS out of the fight for right now. 4 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock as they move their way in. The rock comes down from Atlas, looking to see if it can get some stuns and damage. We're now going to see the D-Mech come in for Binary Shrimp as objective 2 already captured. And right now we're not even seeing much of a bunker composition. we're just seeing kind of a pocketed Bastion walking around in sentry mode, not even worrying about staying on the payload. Oh, the sleep dart, though, ends up coming in onto Atlas from Blue Jay, able to successfully escape that action right there. Going to end up getting healed up by Starlog as they move their way back in. MacGyver going to swap over to the Mei as we see the bongos now coming out for Captain as Taze Jones swapping over to the Sigma, ends up getting taken down by Atlas as Phantom getting the double kill onto Binary Shrimp and MacGyver right there. They're going to continue to clear the way for that payload. 4 minutes, 50 seconds on the clock. They are just storming the gates right now, and it is down to one last fight for RTP. Can they shut this down, or will they end up finding themselves taken down? We see the Gravitic Flux now coming in from Taze Jones, ends up getting two as Liu Kang shuts down MacGyver. Binary Shrimp following up on Liu Kang in return, but the res comes in for both Bastions as Atlas takes down Binary Shrimp. We're going to see Taze Jones pushing in that shield, but the Immortality Field going to be keeping everybody up on the objective for now as Liu Kang getting the double onto Notepad and MacGyver. Tank mode now coming out from Liu Kang, looking to see if it can get some additional damage in. Atlas ends up taking down Blue Jay, coming in with the suck as Binary Shrimp trying to hold on to the objective. We're now going to see MacGyver on the Hanzo and Notepad on the Genji, looking to see if they can take down Liu Kang, but will just get melted after melted right there. Notepad gets taken down by Phantom, and with 3 minutes 49 seconds on the clock, they will grab objective number 3. And I gotta say, that was bad. I can't even. It hurts my heart to see that, because I know that there are games that happens, but RTP has the chance to bring it back still. Just because they had a really bad defense doesn't mean they're not going to have a more incredible offense, if you will. So it's definitely something to be seen as to whether or not they will end up following up with a victory here as they go on to the attack. The biggest thing they need to figure out how to do is shut down both Liu Kang and Phantom. Whether it be on the Bastion or the Pharah, both the DPS going incredibly uncontested, and they're coming out with it again. So unless they figure out how they're going to shut that down, it's definitely going to be quite a fight for these two. MacGyver and Notepad going to be coming in on the Reaper and Pharah this time around. And to be honest with you, I'm not for certain if that's the play here. I feel like one of them, if they have the ability, maybe a Sombra would be good. They're using that bunker composition, so at very least, you're going to get 4 of them in that bunker. You're going to be able to take 4 of them out of the action with that EMP if the Pharah Mercy isn't close to them. But it doesn't look like that's what they're going to go for on this. They're going to go ahead and set up with a dive composition once again. I really hope it works out for them, because I'm guessing that that's why they picked this map in the first place. We're going to see the Pharah Mercy going into the sky, already getting sights onto Phantom and Krunk also in the sky. It's Pharah Mercy versus Pharah Mercy in the sky, looking to see who can get that first rocket pick first. As we see now, MacGyver moving over to the opposite side of where the rest of the team is. Gonna go ahead and use that teleport as the dive comes in. Liu Kang already getting the pick onto MacGyver's. Atlas follows up onto Taze Jones. That's already 2 out of the fight as Notepad able to follow up onto Phantom. Not able to get, the res is coming in from Krunk. Had to pull back without the support of their team. Not going to be able to hold on to that kill right there, as Captain ends up getting the kill onto Blue Jay. That's going to go ahead and stagger them just a little bit more. 3 minutes remaining on the clock. And RTP continuing to stick with this dive composition, and I'm seriously questioning it. The only thing that really could end up saving the day right here is if Taze Jones earns up that that minefield and they take down the immortality field very quickly. That's really going to be the thing that shuts this down, if at all possible. It looks like the Valkyrie already coming out as Argon taking down Taze Jones, but the res is going to come in as Notepad getting melted by Lukong. No res available, so Alice is going to take down Binary Shrimp as well. The Valkyrie been used up right there as MacGyver able to take down the immortality field, looking to try to take down Argon right there, but going to be unsuccessful as Liu Kang ends up putting a bunch of bullets into the back of MacGyver. Liu Kang also following up onto Taze Jones right there as we now hit the 2-minute mark, and not really a lot to show for it. Taze Jones gonna swap over to the Diva, which if you're gonna swap, this is the best time, but you almost had that minefield. Probably would have been good to stick on it, but you know, it all comes down to the teams and how they coordinate. That defense matrix definitely going to end up being beneficial to them if they can move into the objective, and that's going to be the difficult part here, is that they have to be able to get onto that objective. And there we go, the percentage already starting to climb. Bongos coming out as we see Captain moving in. MacGyver able to get the pick onto Argon, so there's no defense matrix, or sorry, no immortality field right now. The Bongos still going down as we see Tank Mode get the T-Mac onto Taze Jones. Binary Shrimp following up by Captain, getting the double there on Taze Jones as well. MacGyver able to take down Liu Kang, but the res comes in from Krunk, and MacGyver gonna end up getting shut down by Liu Kang in return. 60 seconds remaining on the clock as Phantom takes out Notepad in the sky, and that's going to be another push stalled. Notepad, MacGyver, and Binary Shrimp are the only ones that have ultimates online right now. Starlog getting ready to come up onto that Valkyrie, but we do have ultimates on the side of Nebula Lynx as well, and they still got a lot of payload to push after this. If they're having a hard time on Objective Alpha, it's definitely going to be a lot harder for them to move in to Objectives Bravo and Charlie. But they're going to try to move in. They've already demeched Taze Jones before they were able to get through the spot, through those choke doors. Immortality field already up. MacGyver trying to take it out as much as possible. Going to be successful, but gets stunned out. As the barrage now coming down from Notepad gets the double onto Liu Kang and Captain, but Phantom also getting the double. Atlas following up on Taze Jones. The res coming in for Captain and Blue Jay on either side, looking to get at least that first tick, but it is a 3v6 fight. The Gravitic Flux coming in with no Wraith for Blue Jay, looking to get taken out, but the Valkyrie gonna keep them alive. MacGyver now coming back in as the Tracer gets taken down by Phantom, not being able to hold on to the fight. The Far Mercy staying strong right now as Notepad and Starlog able to hold on until Taze Jones and Binary Shrimp get back into the fight. The Bongos and Coalescence coming out for either side. Immortality and Bongos down. It is still not a one fight yet. One tick on the objective. RTP still able to take this if they continue fighting. Captain trying to hold on to the objective solo as we now see the rest of the team pushing in. Liu Kang coming back in as the Tracer takes down Blue Jay, but Notepad getting the double onto Phantom and Argon. They're continuing to hold on. It's a 5v6 fight as the res comes in for Phantom. MacGyver takes out Liu Kang. Captain following up on Notepad. The barrage coming in from Phantom, but gets shut, or comes in from Notepad as well as Phantom, and ends up shutting down one for the other. And now we are going to see RTP finally take objective number 1. Wow! Goodness gracious, folks. And we all take a breath. Woo. All right, 2 minutes, 15 seconds on the clock as the payload now gets moving. They are at a time crunch now as Atlas already taking down MacGyver, trying to work into that backline. Notepad and Starlog just able to do a fantastic job on that Far Mercy, holding on to the objective. They were really the players of that capture right there, being able to hold on regardless of everything that was going on around them at that point so that the tanks could get back into the fight. 1 minute, 40 seconds on the clock now. Far Mercy in the sky. Phantom looking to almost get taken out as MacGyver follows up on Liu Kang, but the res comes in. Liu Kang able to take down MacGyver in return. 1 minute 30 seconds on the clock now as that payload moving its way into objective number 2. But that that amplification matrix coming up right now ends up getting the Pharah Mercy between Argon and Liu Kang. And that's going to go ahead and shut down this push for now. 1 minute 10 seconds on the clock. Atlas going to follow up onto Blue Jay as we see Binary Shrimp and MacGyver go ahead and retreat to the safety of their team. Taze Jones now back on the Hammond, does have the minefield online. If they can end up taking Argon out of the fight early, it could end up being very beneficial for them. They could be able to push that payload into objective 2 without too much hassle, but there are a lot of ultimates online for the side of Nebula Lynx, and we're already seeing that as the Bongos and Gravitic Flux come out. Primal Rage now coming out for Binary Shrimp, and Taze Jones popping out. The Minefield Coalescence now coming out from Blue Jay. It's the battle of the Qs, folks, as Taze Jones and Binary able to get the double between Argon and Atlas. Phantom follows up on Taze, but MacGyver takes down Captain. They're pushing their way into the objective as we see Crunk getting back into the sky with Phantom, both of them having their ultimates online. MacGyver does have the pulse bomb. Can they possibly land it? The barrage ends up coming out and ends up redirecting to the sky, taking Notepad out of the fight. Binary able to follow up on Phantom in the sky with a punch. Just absolutely amazing overtime ticking away once again as they fight for control of the objective. It's a 5v5 fight as the res comes back in for Phantom, make that 6v5. Phantom and Liu Kang getting the double onto Starlong and Blue Jay. High Noon now coming out for Liu Kang. No one able to touch the objective, and that's it, folks. Nebula Lynx is going to walk away with the series this evening, 3-0 against RTP. Play of the game going to Argon on the Baptiste for that beautiful shutdown. Let's go ahead and take a look at that once again. And apparently, looking at our community gift chest, it looks like 22 gifts going out to courtesy of Prime members, including our producer, First Night of Knee, sending out some love with those Prime things. So go ahead, check your names in the chat right now. Let's see, we got Nostriel13 getting a TFT Little Legends twin egg from JPEGzilla. HDVD getting also a twin egg. Lots of twin eggs. I don't know what they're for, to be completely honest. Team Fight Tactics. I have no idea what that is. Oh, from the same people that brought you League of Legends now. Team Fight Tactics. I right now all I know is watch Outer Worlds and Borderlands. That's kind of where my mind is at right now. TFT though, I'll have to check that out. I know League of Legends is kind of a big thing. So thank you so much to our Prime subscribers for getting some love back out into the community as Twitch is helping to get that love out as well. Now we know that RTP has lost the series for this evening, but they can bring it back. That map differential still is important going into the finals, going into the playoffs rather. So let's see if they can bring it back here onto Rialto. It's going to be our final map this evening. Really hoping to see, I was about ready to say, I'm really hoping to see some Hogrissa here, because this is the map for it. Like, this is the map that you want to have that Hogrissa here at the very beginning to pull everything off of the side. Maybe a Lucio as well, but not like, doesn't look like we're going to see much of that. Taze Jones is coming in on the Orisa, but Binary Shrimp on the Diva. Interesting combination right there. MacGyver and Notepad on the Pharah and Widowmaker, and a Starlog and Blue Jay on the Mercy and Ana. So definitely an interesting setup right here. Captain Atlas choosing to go for that brawly Ryan Zarya composition. Liu Kang coming in on the Hanzo this time around. But Phantom and Krunk not giving up that far on Mercy. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what I say. Argon also going to come in on that Moira for this fight. MacGyver going to get that first pick onto Argon, though. But the payload's already past the boop point, if you will, for them to be able to get those boops off the side. The res going to come in for Argon as Liu Kang takes MacGyver out of the fight. It's now a 5v6 in the opposite direction. Make that 5 and 4.5 as the DMAC ends up coming in on Binary Shrimp and Taze Jones ends up falling. Phantom going to follow up on Binary Shrimp's mini form. And with 3 minutes, 15 seconds on the clock, they're already halfway to objective number 1. Beer, you say, Captain. Well, Phantom Ore gonna get that pick onto Blue Jay in the back right there. But the res gonna come in from Starlog, gonna bring them back into the fight. Taze Jones trying to push forward now onto the Sigma with Binary Shrimp coming in as the Zarya. Notepad gonna be able to get Phantom in that back line, but Liu Kang gonna get Notepad in return. And now that first objective point, Ore captured tackle coming in from Captain, ends up getting shut down with the rock, but Liu Kang gonna take down MacGyver. Taze Jones following up on Captain, but the spawn is in their advantage right now as we see a very, very aggressive Nebula Lynx just moving in on RTP despite the fact that they lost their main tank. And now Liu Kang, they're just absolutely trying to shred this front line of RTP, and they've got the ultimates to do it now. MacGyver now swapping over to that May, kind of leaving that Far Mercy again for its own success right there. Shatter coming in with the barrage. Quadruple kill! Notepad able to shut down Phantom, but the res going to come in and shut that death down, as well as Liu Kang taking Notepad out of the fight. That's going to give objective 2 to the side of Nebula Lynx as they move their way into objective 3 with almost 6 minutes on the clock. RTP, I know you got it in you. You can pull off this defense. The Graviton comes out with the Dragons, but there's not communication. There's nobody in the Graviton, so that's 2 ultimates ultimately wasted. Phantom with the double kill right there is Notepad able to take down Liu Kang. The bubble comes in to protect them as Atlas follows up onto Taze Jones. That payload still moving furiously forward. Phantom able to take down Notepad as the res comes in for Taze Jones. So a life for a life. Gravitic Flux now coming in from Taze, looking to see if they can get a kill, and will take Krunk right out of the fight. For this moment, the tackle comes in but gets taken down by the rock as Blue Jay able to follow up onto Captain. Argon currently chasing Taze Jones, who is chasing the rest of Nebula Lynx all the way to spawn. Wow! Able to like Kobe that rock onto the high ground so that Notepad can take down Liu Kang without being able to get out of there. Wow. Very impressive. I'm very impressed by that rock throw right there. 4 minutes, 25 seconds on the clock, and quite a bit of defense to be done for the side of RTP. But we do see the Coalescence coming out. Graviton and Barrage come out as well, but Liu Kang shuts down Notepad before they're able to get more than 2. Captain able to get the double on MacGyver, and Binary there fighting against Taze Jones. Going to be unsuccessful with that Mercy and Ana pockets right there. Taze Jones going to take down Captain as the res comes in for Atlas. Sleep Dart coming in on Krunk. Not going to be able to follow up on the kill right there, though. That's going to be another defense held. 3 minutes, 40 seconds on the clock right now as we see Nebula Lynx continuing to work their way into the objective. Here comes Captain, very aggressive, looking to see if they can take down Binary Shrimp, who has swapped over to the Orisa now, looking to use that double shield. But again, nobody's paying attention to Phantom and Krunk in the sky. Shatter comes down, but just goes right into a shield. I'm not even for certain what they were going for there. Maybe there was a Orisa halt that I missed that pulled them to the other side of the shield before the hammer came down. But Starlog able to get that res on MacGyver, but Phantom and Captain getting the triple, quadruple, quintuple, quadruple. Oh, misspoke. but the Blizzard comes down. MacGyver looking to see if they can land that kill onto Captain. Gonna be unsuccessful as Phantom taking down Starlog. Uses the Icicle, but is too far away from the objective. 2 minutes, 45 seconds on the clock right now as they move their way into objective number 3. This is the final fight. Gravitic Flux coming out on the objective, looking to see if they can take him down. Barrage coming out from Phantom, ends up getting the triple kill right there as Taze Jones able to take Crunk out of the fight. Gotta use those sucks, fam. Gotta be able to suck up that damage coming in from that far. Argon ends up using the Coalescence to take down Taze Jones for objective number 3 in favor of Nebula Lynx. 2 minutes, 26 seconds on the clock, and I gotta say, things are looking really rough for RTP right now. They held them off for about 3 minutes on the final objective point, which is good because they did have the advantage in this area of the fight. But I'm really concerned. I really hope that they're able to walk away with at least one this evening. But right now, Nebula Lynx really showing that their communication and their tactics are on point. And RTP, just despite the fact that Phantom has just been raining hell from above, just doesn't seem to really be focusing them that much. And that's the problem when you've got an unchecked Far Mercy in the sky. Like, you want to make sure that that you have somebody, anybody, trying to do something, whether you have the Diva going in just to suck up damage from Phantom, a hit scan to be able to take them out of the sky, something. You need something to be able to take down that Far Mercy, because if not, you're going to continue to see those triple, quadruple, quintuple barrages coming in and just wiping out your entire team. As we move in, though, it looks like they're going for a bunker composition, having binary on the Diva, so they're looking to use that defense matrix to their to its fruition. But it's going to be whether or not the combination of Notepad, binary, and MacGyver can take Phantom out of the sky. That's going to be the big one right there. And Notepad gonna be successful, gonna take Phantom off very early in the fight. The Reds coming in from Kronk, gonna be able to get away as Liu Kang ends up taking Notepad out. Unfortunately, running solo, never a good thing to do as the Pharah, but we're gonna see that Bastion coming in. The rest of the team currently on fire as we see MacGyver moving back behind the shield. Shield positioning not the best that it could be as Taze Jones takes down Captain. Starlog and MacGyver end up getting taken down as well. The res comes in, but ends up getting taken out as Notepad follows up onto Phantom. They're going to continue to move that payload forward. A 4v4 fight between the teams. And a very supercharged Atlas. Liu Kang able to follow up onto Notepad right there, making it 3v5 as we see Captain being able to get back into the fight. MacGyver going the short way around, ideally, but not in a good position as Bob ends up coming down right on top of him and allows Atlas to take them out of the fight. Argon able to get that D-Mech as we see Atlas follow up onto Taze Jones. They're going to go ahead and push all the way back to spawn. Liu Kang following up onto Notepad with 2 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock right there. Just absolutely unfortunate for RTP right now. They're the communication to make sure that Phantom and Krunk are out of the sky is definitely being a thorn in their side when it comes to pushing into this objective. MacGyver using the tank mode, not getting a lot of use out of it, really aiming for Phantom and Krunk when really that's Captain had to take a moment right there. Did you see that? Just see that? The shatter came down and they were just barely outside of the shield range. Diva Bomb coming in for Binary Shrimp though does get the triple. And it looks like we are going to get some good movement onto that payload now. 1 minute, 37 seconds moving into objective number 1. And we're going to continue to see them moving forward. Nebula Lynx coming back in with quite a few ultimates in the pocket right now. Valkyrie and Bongos coming out around the objective as really nobody's set up on the objective. So So MacGyver's just kind of raining around as we see Captain ends up getting halted by the protect of the Orisa. MacGyver just gonna melt and melt and melt anybody that gets near that payload. Taze Jones able to take down Argon, and that's going to be objective alpha as Binary Shrimp follows up on Liu Kang. That's going to give them 3 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock as they move their way into objective number 2. But again, lots of ultimates online for the side of Nebula Lynx. They've got to try to force those out without getting taken out of the fight. Notepad now swapping over to the McCree, looking to see if they can get that Fire Mercy out of the sky any easier with that hit scan advantage. Tank mode coming out for MacGyver, looking to see if they can finalize some damage, but oh! Phantom trying to do the barrage while MacGyver's still in tank mode, and you don't want to be a stationary target at that point. Chatter coming in with Captain's beautiful hammer, ends up being almost a, yep, that's probably it. If it didn't ring a team kill, it definitely should have been. Everybody was down at that point. Clearing the payload, 2 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock, still looking to run this Bastion, and this is the hard point now of objectives like these. Trying to get that Bastion back on the cart is going to be an incredible hassle, although MacGyver hasn't really been sitting on the cart, so Taze Jones getting taken down by Liu Kang early in that fight, misplaced shield or something along those lines. Liu Kang able to pick off Starlog as well. They push them all the way back to the start point of objective 1 right there. As we go ahead and see Notepad able to take down Atlas, though, on the side. That gives them a little bit of success, but that payload still moving in reverse. 1 minute, 45 seconds on the clock. We're going to see now MacGyver coming in, power boosted. Binary Shrimp ends up falling off the side, but gets the double kill onto Crunk and Liu Kang. MacGyver following up on the double of Argon and Captain as Phantom gets taken down by Starlog. The bongo's going to be used in that fight as well, but they do have quite a few ultimates coming up online for either side. Liu Kang having that Bob, Argon and Crunk with the Coalescence and the Valkyrie online, but Blue Jay and Starlog have their ultimates coming up as well as MacGyver's tank mode, which has been working out fairly well for them. We're going to see tank mode now coming out for MacGyver as the Bob comes on to the objective. We're going to end up seeing them take down the Immortality Field with the help of Phantom, and the damage is raining right now. Shatter ends up getting the triple as Argon now coming out with Coalescence. Phantom able to follow up on MacGyver, and it is dominoes right now. Everybody is falling one after another, and right now it looks like they're trying to stagger Starlog and will end up being successful. 30 seconds on the clock as they now have essentially one last push to get into that final objective point. And now MacGyver swapping over to the Ash. But the way that Liu Kang and Phantom have been playing, I'm doubting how well this is going to end up going down. Phantom ready with that barrage, looking to see if they can get in that backline. High Noon coming out as Phantom takes down Starlog. Notepad following up on Liu Kang in return, and it is just 1-for-1 on the objective right now. MacGyver taking down Phantom, Notepad falling to Captain as the rest coming in for Liu Kang. So it's now a 5v4 fight on the objective. Amplification and Bongos now coming onto the objective as Taze Jones and MacGyver take down the tank line. MacGyver following up onto Argon as well. Liu Kang still on the high ground, though, raining down dynamite and bullets, and going to be able to take MacGyver going to take Crunk out of the fight, and Liu Kang falling to Taze Jones. Overtime ticking away, but they're going to go ahead and grab objective number 2, leaving them with 1 minute 30 seconds on the clock. RTP not out of the fight yet, folks. They're holding on for dear life as much as possible right now, and I believe that they might be able to pull it off. We're going to see now Phantom swapping over to the Doomfist. Not a pick that we've seen all night from the side of Nebula Lynx. Diva Bomb coming in from Binary, ends up getting Argon successfully. The stun coming in on Phantom, but not able to get the kill. Unfortunately, Bob now on the objective as they get Blue Jay, MacGyver, Taze Jones, and Starlog all falling to the damage coming in from Nebula Lynx. And that's going to shut down that push for now. Liu Kang getting the final pick onto Binary Shrimp and already 20% to the next Bob being online. 38 seconds remaining as we see RTP moving back in for another fight, which could possibly be their last. But they're going to have to slow that down just a little bit. Liu Kang getting the pick onto Taze Jones early in that fight. They're going to have to wait for their main tank to get back into the action if they're hoping to do much of anything. But Binary Shrimp on the high ground trying to see if they could take Liu Kang out, as well as Notepad, but going to end up being unsuccessful. Notepad looking to flank around to get that high noon. Here it comes! High noon! Oh! The double! And MacGyver following up on Bob ends up getting Atlas as well. Binary Shrimp following up on Liu Kang, but takes Notepad out of the fight. Phantom able to get Starlog in that backline, so it is now 3v1 on the objective as Phantom trying to hold on with those beautiful moves that Doomfist do, but it's not going to be enough as MacGyver takes Phantom out of the fight. Bad Shatter coming in right now, ends up only getting one. The Bongos now coming out, as well as the Valkyrie from Blue Jay and Taze Jones, but the captain with that Fire Strike gonna get both a Notepad and the Bongos right there, shutting down some of the DMAC rather. Rez coming in from Blue Jay, but gonna get uppercutted into oblivion, just way out of the range of getting that Rez, and nobody touching cart means Nebula Lynx gonna take away the fourth and final match of this evening against RTP. Binary Shrimp with the play of the game, being able to get this beautiful bomb online as they take down Captain. The bomb goes up, boom! Able to get the double right there as they were able to push that payload in. Unfortunately, it just was not enough. As we were talking about last night, sometimes getting those big plays is great, but if you can't get those minor kills all the way around, kind of making sure that you stagger the team very well, it does make it a very difficult fight. RTP, you still got 2 matches going into the playoffs. I'm not for certain what the structure is for the gold playoffs, but I would imagine you still have a chance to be able to get up there. I'm not for certain where your score is sitting right now. Nebula Lynx looking to be in a very good position for the playoffs. So go ahead, start blowing up in the chat who y'all want your player of the match to be. I gotta say, I think I'm gonna give it to the combination of Phantom and Crunk. That's really what it's going to come down to, because I don't think Phantom would have nearly been able to do as well as they did without Crunk supporting them the entire time during that fight, just doing an incredible job on that Far Mercy. It looks like the times that we did see the focus fire coming in on those two, they were just able to stick it out no matter what. Crunk just going in for those fantastic reses, like over and over again, under the nose of RTP, just being able to keep their team supported in that way. It just really worked out for the side of Nebula Lynx. So Phantom and Crunk, you're taking away my players of the match this evening. How about you, Nee? You want to go ahead and jump in with a player of the match while we're waiting for people in the chat to shout out theirs?
Yeah, sorry, I had to turn my mic on.
No worries.
I'm probably gonna have to give mine to Captain, because he did a very good job on that Reinhardt. Very aggressive, very, from what I could tell, very communicative with his team, just based off how he was moving and posturing and all that good stuff.
I believe that was one of our she/her pronouns for this evening.
I was messing around with
no worries.
15 different buttons. But
it happens to me all the time.
Yeah, they did a really good job and had some really good shatters in there, and just made a lot of room for Phantom and the rest of their DPS and even Atlas to do a bunch of work.
I think the funniest part that I saw was on Rialto when that shatter came down at early point alpha, because you just see Captain just stop for a moment.
I wasn't
And
quite
I
sure
know
what
the
happened.
captain was like in their head, like you see all those calculations. Like I thought I had that right, and was just barely off from getting that shatter on the other side of that shield. And it was just one of those big oof moments as Orion. Like you think that you've got it all calculated off, and then like this random halt or hook comes in that ends up taking away your shatter, and it's just never a good point to be in. So awesome. So we've got some love for Captain, some love for Phantom and Crunk. Looking in the chat, getting a lot of GGs for the teams that we're playing this evening. Definitely a good job from either team. I hope you go back into this match and figure out what you all need to work on. As we know, as gamers, we always have things that we need to work on, despite whether we win or lose. So be sure to check out this VOD for review. I also want to give some shout outs, if I will, a little commercial before we end for the evening. As always, you can hit that heart button and that bell at the top of your screen to be notified anytime that we're online, usually Monday through Saturday, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can also hit that subscription button, $4.99, or Twitch Prime or Amazon Prime subscription will give you access to some new emotes that we are currently having developed, as well as some more amazing content as well. And I do want to give a shout out to the U.S. Army Esports Organization, who we just recently teamed up with, looking for Overwatch coaching or just want a side-by-side session with those that serve the U.S. of A. The Rose Cup is now teamed with the U.S. Army Esports Org. When 6 players complete the free registration with the USAE, one of their GM Army teams will schedule a time to meet with them and work with players and teams up to 3,500 SR. For more information, DM usae.fluty on Discord to get signed up. So be sure to check them out. I've seen all the amazing stuff they do. They do some Overwatch. I know that they're getting set up for the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare coming out, which honestly has kind of had me a little surprised that they named another game Modern Warfare after we already had the greatest Modern Warfare ever. I don't think you'll be able to top the original Blizzard, but we'll see. We'll see if you can end up doing it, as it's getting ready. It's either been released already, or it's they're getting ready to. Yeah, it's been released already. So I'm interested to see how those matches are going to go down now that at least way back when there wasn't so much of an esports organization around things like Call of Duty and stuff like that. So I really would love to see some more competitive gaming come out from that area. But for tonight, that's it. I would love to say that we have matches scheduled for next week, but I don't do that till tomorrow. So you'll have to just tune in on Monday and see what ends up coming down the pike. Remember, we are in our final weeks of the season as we get prepared to go into the playoffs for each of our divisions. And as you know, I forgot one last thing to put out, which I actually haven't been seeing anything of the Nightbot this evening. So I'm going to go ahead and shout that out, that we have our Matcherino page. Just go check out Matcherino.com and search the Rose Cup. I believe we're still currently sitting at about $300 for our prize pool, and that prize pool gets divided up amongst all of our entrants. Whoever gets to the finals for each of our divisions will end up getting part of that prize pool. And for a free tournament, I don't think it's like a little over $50. That ain't bad. I don't think that's bad for a free tournament. So be sure to go help out. That's another way that you can help out the community. You don't even have to pay money directly. There's a little quest that you can do that can earn money for the prize pool without, and it just takes about 6 to 10 minutes to do all the quests. It's some sharing, some likes on like Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that. So be sure to go check that out, Matcherino.com, and search the Rose Cup. With that being said, that's it for us here at the Rose Cup. I want to thank, as always, First Night of Knee for producing our match this evening. My name's Captain Jack, and we'll see y'all next time.